intentional spending and sharing regular moments of time, prayer, and dreams together.
Okay, think about this. When you get busy, your work demands more time, and you need to work harder because there's a baby coming. You will this quality time may be sacrificed, right? May be compromised,
Yes.
right? So what's the advice of the experts? Can you see the red font words?
Yep. Intentional spending and sharing regular moments of time.
Okay, this really have to be included in your daily schedule. Spending time with your wife, okay? Because they have a lot of stories to tell. They have a lot of feelings to share with you, okay? Give this quality time to her on a daily basis. Intentional. You have to put it on your calendar every day. All right, Baba?
Yeah.
Okay, next. Detailed communication, please.
Detailed communication. As when we're satisfied with coming home, giving our wife a kiss and hearing the words, "How was your day? Good." And we're good to go on. But more than your wife needs your lips at the end of the day, she needs your ears. She has plenty of things to say if you'll actually ask questions and make yourself available to just listen. She also wants to know more details, not less, about you and your day as well. A good husband must learn to be both a good communicator and a good listener.
Alright, it's another advice of the experts, detailed communication. You have to tell everything to your wife. Don't hide anything, so she will trust you all the time. The moment you break your record, it will remain forever. Don't break that trust. You have to detail all your stories, whatever happens to you, share it with her. Alright?
Yeah, yes.
Next one is this one. Read it, please.
Non-intimate physical affection. Every day your wife needs you to hug her and give her a kiss and tell her that you love her. She needs non-sexual expressions of your physical affection. This might include brushing up against her as you walk by in the kitchen, wrapping your arms around her on the couch, or simply holding her hand while walking together through the store. All of these things non-verbally communicate your love. They communicate to her that she is yours and you're thankful for it.
Okay, not all affection is being expressed through sex. There are things that you can express through non-intimate physical affection by hugging, kissing, and giving her a kiss, and telling her that you love her. Okay, remember the first or the second item here? Alright, so these 5 are just easy to remember. Let's go back. Number 1 is sleep.
Sleep,
Then
words of affirmation,
quality time.
quality time, detailed communication, non-intimate physical affection.
Easy to remember. Bien, you know all these things, then remind this to him in case he forgets.
Okay.
Now, can you give at least 5 to 6 incidents that your wife would get angry to you? Boba?
Like in the past or
In the past or even at present?
Well, really, I guess I'm a good husband.
Okay. Okay, all those 5 things that we discussed, if you don't do that, they would your wife would get angry. Okay?
Yeah, of course.
And here are the survey according to all those complaints of the wives to their husbands. Number 1, no, I love you after a few years of marriage. Number 2, saying harsh words to your wife. So,
Husbands are hard.
yeah, there is always a better way to say things without hurting her, right?
Yep, yes.
How about if she cooked something and you tasted it very salty, how will you tell her?
I will tell her that it's good because I like salty food.
Alright. How about if it doesn't taste good?
Yeah, of course, I would say that it's good, of course.
Alright. Okay, say it always in a nice way.
Yeah.
Number 3, are you a forgetful person of special dates and occasions?
forgetful person in general, but I might not give that much importance to special dates and occasions.
Here's one thing that you should know. They always remember. Okay? So
Yes.
if it's your anniversary and you are not greeting her, it's already nighttime. Don't be surprised if she's angry with you already. All right? Because women expect the husbands to start the greeting.
Yeah.
That's their instinct, to expect it from us, to remember that all the time. Okay?
Yeah.
Number 4, spending too much time on TV, gadgets, friends, social life. This is not about you anymore. You are getting married, so this is about your partner. Okay? You will not live like the life of a bachelor. There is someone now hoping to get your attention, hoping to get your life, hoping to enter your life. So minimize your time on TV without her, your time to gadgets, your friends, or social life. Okay?
Alright.
Because if that becomes a habit, then someday she will explode. Number 5, shy when expressing your feelings to your wife in public place. This also makes them angry. So don't be shy when you express your feelings to your wife even in public place. Okay? And the last item is not showing genuine concern to your wife at all times. So think about your partner, think about her needs, because it's not about you anymore. You choose to get married because you will now wear 2 hats, being a husband and being a father. So you have to wear that together. Okay?
Yes. Yeah.
In one word, what is your wife's greatest need? If we sum up all those, if we sum up all those 5 items and 6 items, if you sum it up, it will just fall into one word. What was that?
Sleep.
Here it is. Can you read it, please?
Love.
Go on.
Love. Husbands, love your wives just as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her.
Okay, that's your guide. The word love. Everything you do, everything you will say, everything you will plan for the family, that is your guide. Okay? If I do this, is this according to the guide about love? If I do this, is it about showing my love to my wife? If I buy this, is this showing love to my wife? Okay, everything that you will say, you will do, should be anchored on that word, because that's the instructions. All right.
Yeah.
So loving your wife also means showing genuine concern to her in sickness and in health, and that she is your priority. Okay. So that's your GPS. That's your guide that I'm giving you now, quoting from the Bible. Okay, that's for you. Now, to be fair, this part is for you, Vivian. Your husband's needs according to the studies, God's principle, and realities of life. Are you still there?
Yes.
Okay. Can you give at least 5 things your husband would need from you on a daily basis?
Support.
What else?
Be helpful.
What else?
So appreciation in what he would do for me and our family.
Okay. Okay, let's see if it's here. Huh? Now from Patio,
Okay.
patios.com.
That's
As-
me. From
A site that advocates stronger marriages and happier families also. 5 things your husband needs every day, on a daily basis. Remember this, okay? Can you read the first item for us?
the need to feel respected. A man's need for respect is every bit as strong as his need for sex. Even in those moments when he doesn't deserve your respect, still give it, it will be affirming him and bringing out wisdom. Ironically, your husband usually serves and purpose.
Okay. The need to feel respected. That's the instinct. That's the nature of a man. So, in those moments that you have misunderstandings and you don't want to talk to him, the guy has a pride, will not start the conversation. You have to slow down and put your pride down and start talking to your husband. That is what the expert says, so the marriage can be saved. Okay? Bien?
Yes.
Number 2. Can you read it, please?
The need for reflection. Most men have hardwired need for daily silent reflection. They need to unplug and decompress. This isn't an excuse to lounge on a recliner all night drinking beer and watching Sports Center. But do your best to give your husband some time daily to have a few moments of uninterrupted time to reflect and decompress.
Okay, once again, this is the nature of a man. If you can see your husband sometimes cannot talk to you or reflecting, this is called me time. Okay, did you notice that too, Boba, in the past? Did you notice that?
Yeah, I guess, yeah. But, or,
Yeah, di ba? Bien, did you notice that?
Yeah.
Just give him that opportunity to reflect. Okay, you can give him time for that. Next.
Number 3.
Yeah.
The need for sex. The husband doesn't always have a stronger drive than the wife, but most men list sexual fulfillment and frequency as their number 1 or number 2 need in marriage. Daily intercourse may not be possible or practical, but make frequency a priority.
All right. If it's impractical to have a daily, but make frequency a priority. Why this topic has to be included? Can you give your opinion on that?
either of us, or
For connection and procreation.
Yes, because most spouses, if they don't know this, and it will be according to their moods, no? If the wife doesn't like it, the husband will be rejected. And if a man is rejected, how will you feel? How do you usually feel when you are rejected, Boba?
well, like, sexually rejected or for any other,
Sexually rejected.
I don't have a problem with it. I understand that, like, not
You don't feel bad about it.
partners. No, I understand that both partners are in the mood
Okay.
at the same time always. So
Okay. Very good. Very good. But remember, when this issue becomes a problem to you at a later part of your marriage, never share this issue to other people. Okay? If you have a problem with your husband about this, if you have a problem with your wife about this topic, you only have to talk about it for the two of you. Never allow other people to know this problem between the two of you. Okay?
yeah.
It's dangerous. Number 4. Bien?
The need to feel productive. Men can gain deep levels of satisfaction, energy, and self-respect from what they produce daily to their career and or service. Men want to know their work is making a positive difference. Affirm your husband's work inside and outside the home, and look for ways to encourage and support his endeavors.
Alright. Men need this. It's the nature of a man to feel productive on a daily basis. So if you see your husband doesn't feel anything, doesn't feel good because he has not produced anything, what is the role of the wife? To affirm your husband's work inside and outside the home. Okay? Encourage him instead of blaming him. Okay?
Okay.
Next one. Bien.
The need to feel strong. Every little boy wants to grow up and be a superhero, and grown men still hold the same desires to be strong and heroic. Regardless of how much or how little we can bench press or the size of our loved handles, we want to feel like powerful protectors of our families. A wife's words and actions have the power to make the husband feel like a hero, so build him up and help him become the best version of himself.
Okay. Is this true, Boba? That you always need to feel strong? You always have to be empowered? Boba, is this true?
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes we get frustrated with our work, with some people, and when you feel bad, the wife's role is to make your husband feel like a hero again. Okay? So build him up and help him become the best version of himself. Alright, Ben?
Okay.
So let's have a review. Number 1 is, can you read it please?
The need to feel respected.
Number 2,
Need for reflection.
number 3,
The need for sex.
number 4,
The need to feel productive.
and number 5.
The need to feel strong.
Easy to remember, right?
Yeah.
So Boba, when she forgets one of these or two of these, remind her.
Remind me.
Okay? So how about this? 5 to 6 incidents that your husband would get angry at you. You have any idea?
When I don't follow his instruction.
Alright. What else?
When I keep repeating stuff.
Okay.
And I'm being forgetful.
Alright. According to the survey, let's see if that falls in one of this summary. Number 1 is
Nagging your husband. Husbands hate being nagged.
okay, because of your nature, so to be very talkative, sometimes you have the tendency to nag. Okay? Husbands hate nagging. Are you sure you are marrying a person without any disability?
Me?
Yeah, Bien. Are you sure you're marrying a guy without any disability?
Disability?
Yes.
Like physical?
Yes.
Maybe mental.
No.
So
No,
is
man.
so he is in good condition.
Yes.
There's no need for him to repeat things or words, right? He can understand easily, right?
Yeah.
So there's no need to nag.
Yes.
Okay, very good. Number 2.
No respect to husband's time at work, family members, or friends.
Okay, reserve your chika or kwentuhan at bedtime. Okay, when your husband is working, let him concentrate at work.
Yes.
Because if someone is holding his 8 hour a day, then that employer owns that 8 hour of your husband. Okay, so he will not forget his work and he will not be blamed by his employer. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Number 3.
Pigs and their wife. Dishonoring husband in financial resources.
That is one of the biggest problem of most broken marriages. The wife is buying everything without the husband's consent. Okay? The expert says to maintain your respect to your husband, you have to get his consent before you buy anything, even if it's your own money. Okay? Because that's showing your respect to your husband, even if it's your own money. Okay? Just have a guide, like for those 2,000 pesos and below, you don't have to get consent anymore. Have an agreement for that. Okay?
Okay.
Number 4. lack of trust to your husband. So husband will get irritated if you accuse him of something that you haven't seen him doing. They will get irritated with that. So never get junk from outside and accuse your husband that he is doing the same thing. Okay? So that's dangerous. Don't bring any junk from outside to the family. So always trust your husband. Okay? Number 5. Can you read it?
A disorganized home is a sign of dishonoring your husband.
Okay, when you are left behind at home, then your husband is working. Of course, he wants to go home after a stressful day of work. And when he arrives with a very disorganized home, how will you feel, Boba?
Like I need to clean it.
Well, yes. But if that becomes a habit, how will you feel later on? You will not be happy anymore.
Not respected.
Okay. Of course, don't make that a habit, Vivian. Okay. So prepare for the arrival of your husband. Otherwise, if that becomes a habit, he will always come home late. The husband would rather spend time outside and assume that the house may be clean already by 10 p.m. So that's the time he will always come home. So try to avoid that. Your home should be a temple, a resting place from a stressful day of work. Okay? Are you there?
Yeah.
Number 6.
No consent of the husband when going anywhere.
Okay. Boba got you from your parents, or rather, Boba is now responsible for you, whatever happens to you, right?
Yes.
So whenever you go, your husband's consent is needed before going anywhere. Alright?
Okay.
He is responsible to you. He should know wherever you are 24/7. Alright? So in other words, what is your husband's greatest need? It is simply called respect. Okay?
Okay.
Please read it.
You married the man you respect. Now respect the man you married.
Okay, it's still there. And one of the greatest things a wife can do for her husband is give him respect. It's written because it's written in the Bible. Can you read it?
Respect also means not yelling or shouting at your husband.
One.
Also means not to be sarcastic to your husband.
Okay. It also means.
Respect also means not insulting your husband.
Alright. So it's written in Ephesians 5:22 and to 20:33. Okay, it's there. Imagine you are a pilot, Vivian. Imagine, Boba, you are a captain of the ship. Okay, you went into a lot of trainings. You went into a lot of seminar or education about how to drive that plane or ship, right?
Yeah.
And how about if you are going to a journey and as your boss, I remove the GPS on that plane and on that ship. I will remove the GPS or the guide. I will remove. What's gonna happen to your trip?
Close.
Yeah, I got lost.
But you went into a lot of training. Will you be confident?
Well, we will use the alternative means to orient.
Or in other words, you may get lost, or there is a chance that you may never get back alive, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Diba? You You may reach your destination too late if you don't have a guide, right?
Yeah.
So remember, I'm giving you your GPS now. I'm giving you your guide because the family you are creating now is a long journey, right?
Yeah, of course.
So remember this GPS that I'm giving you. Everything that you do, you say, or think about for your wife should be guided by the word love. Okay? And for you, Vivian, everything that you say, think, or plan for the family should be guided by the word respect. Alright? And the secret for staying together is by just applying what you have learned.
Okay.
Getting married is building a family, your family, right? And building your family is certainly like having a kingdom. There's always a king and a queen. Respect is for the king, love is for the queen. In a corporation, it's like Boba is the president and you, Vivian, is the vice president. Okay? Everything for the family should be discussed between the two of you. Okay? Should be agreed upon by the both of you. But the problem of most married couples, most queen are acting like a king. Naghahari-harian sa bahay. Okay? The queen decides on everything. When your husband told you, it's up to you. You decide on that. Remember that it's not for a lifetime. That is only for a specific moment that he delegated that authority to you. Okay? So when that happens, do not assume that everything about the family will have to be decided by you alone. Okay? Yeah? Because when you decide on everything without his knowledge or authority, or without any agreement with your husband, what will happen? Can you read it, please?
When this happens, the king will establish another kingdom elsewhere, not because he doesn't love you anymore, but simply because you did the wrong thing.
Okay, never do that. Never dethrone your king. God had seen this problem since he created Adam and Eve. The secret is just to submit, for the wives to submit themselves to the husband as is fitting in the Lord. And husbands, love your wives, do not be harsh with them. So every book in the Bible, it's always written all the time. Okay? So just perform your roles diligently. Mind your own business. It's non-negotiable.
Okay.
You cannot say, how will I respect him when he doesn't love me? I don't feel that he loves me. That's non-negotiable. You have to do your role, and he will just do his roles accordingly. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Simple ways to honor your husband like a king. Can you read it, please? Bien.
Massage your husband. Clean his ears and cut his nails. Give facial treatment personally. Give him a spa treatment personally. Prepare his personal things. Honor his decision. Pray for his work and support his calling.
Alright. How about Vivienne, Boba? How will you return the favor? Can you also cut her nails?
Yeah, I would say pretty much the same things.
Alright, very good. But if you become busy, how is that?
Well,
Send her to a spa.
yeah.
Give you money to go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
and pay for it. Okay?
Yeah.
She should remain beautiful. And that is your role. You pay for it. Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, as we have discussed this, it's very important to marriage. It's God's plan for marriage, given under the context of marriage. Express your love to your wife during sex. Express your respect to your husband during sex. And your bed is a very sacred place, because that is where a sacred bonding is being happened. That is the gift of God. Okay? So never argue, never have your disagreement in your bedroom. Okay? I am suggesting a place where you can talk about your hatred or feelings of discontentment to each other. You know where's the best place to talk about it?
Outside?
No, it's in the bathroom.
Oh, the bathroom, okay.
In the comfort room, because that's where we throw all our body waste, right?
Okay.
So whenever we go out of the bathroom, we feel comfortable, we feel good already, right?
Yeah.
So anger between the two of you, miscommunication or hatred, that should be thrown out inside the bathroom, not in the bedroom. Alright?
Alright.
And when you have kids, don't let your kids hear what you are quarreling about.
Okay.
And it is very important that husbands and wives, especially wives, learn to speak up regarding their sexual needs. And Bien, remember that your husband has legitimate sexual needs, because men are born to be a procreator. Okay?
Okay.
And if you do not meet them, someone else will. That's a warning. So you have to know that principle. Okay? This guy has a warning. Now I'd like to skip this part. Successful marriage is based on God's principle. Man, what's the missing word? You know,
Love.
your wife, and woman,
Respect.
your husband. Very good. The right choice is no regrets, right? The right choice can surely be selected. You prepare yourself to be the right one too, and you have checked about your partner's background. Yes or no? You know each other's family already,
Yeah.
Yes.
and you have prayed for it already.
Yeah.
All right, very good. So you must involve God in your decisions.
Yes.
Okay? So, husbands, you have to continue providing material sustenance, emotional sustenance as what God gave to Adam. Like the cultivation is also giving material sustenance, emotional, psychological, financial, physical, and mental. Okay? Otherwise, your marriage will fall apart. Okay?
Yes, yes.
So now, that is the foundation that you have to put into your house that you want to live for the rest of your life. Okay? The GPS that I gave you, that's a solid ground, a foundation. So, it doesn't stop here. You have to continue reading articles about how to be a good wife or how to be a good husband. Okay? Our time is so short that I have to tell you everything, but I'm giving the ball to you now to continue learning so you can perform your roles and have a happy married life now and in the years to come.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, thank you.
And I'd like to turn over the time to my wife for the family planning part.
Okay. Thank you.
It's my pleasure.
Thank you.
By the way, where are you going to get married? Where and when?
Well, we don't have a date set.
There's no date yet because we still need this as part of the requirement to get the license.
Okay.
But if it's going to be a 7-1, we'll just do it also in our city in Lupa,
Okay.
where I really come from.
All right.
So yeah,
In case there's no one to solemnize your marriage, just call our office.
yeah, I will.
All right. Baby. Baby. Okay, while I'm waiting for her, I will show you another video so that the time will be productive. but she has prepared already. I'll show you this one video. How will you handle your wife, Boba? Okay, this is a great knowledge that I want to share with you.
All right, let's see it.
Okay, hold on.